Order Okumu, where are you going? Kindly resume your seat, then we pray so that you move. Let us bring our meeting to order by word of prayer. Almighty God, in your wisdom and goodness, have appointed the office of leaders and the county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important tasks in the county. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in a so just and a faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory and to advance the peace and prosperity and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Any apology? Members? I think Honorable Nditi is on the way, and Nyasona. We are looking at the Auditor General's report on the financial statement of Kisumu Water and Sanitation Company Limited, financial year 2022-2023. Could you please adopt our agenda? 2023-2024. Thank you. Honorable Kumu proposed. Honorable Were adopted. Now I'm Honorable Ken Uko, Member of County Assembly, West Kisumu Ward, and Chair PICPAC County Assembly of Kisumu. Thank you.
I'm Honorable James Uyugivere, MCA Nyalenda B Ward, and a member of the committee.
Good morning. I'm Honorable James Uchengo Molo. I represent West Nyakach, a member of the committee.
My name is Seto Kumu, MCA East Sem.
Morning, everyone. I'm Nancy Matara Ochieng, a member of the committee.
Good morning. My name is Honorable Ben Adega, member of County Assembly, representing Kajulu Ward. Welcome.
Thank you. Back to the Secretariat.
Steve Nyamoya, Committee Clerk.
Patrick Okoyo, Answered Officer.
Back to the Office of the Auditor General.
Joseph Kalanja, Office of the Auditor General.
Manuel Oloko, Office of the Auditor General. Thank you. Back to the accounting officers.
Good morning. Thomas Odongo, MD KIWASCO.
Good morning. Moseti Nicholas from KIWASCO.
Good morning. Simon Ondigo, Head of Audit, Risk and Compliance, KIWASCO.
We want to administer oath.
I, Mr. Thomas Odhiambo Odongo, do solemnly and sincerely swear that every word that I shall utter before the Public Accounts and Investment Committee is the truth and nothing but the truth, and that every statement and declarations that I shall make shall be made conscientiously, believing the same to be true and according to the Oaths and Statutory Declarations Act. So help me God.
May I confirm from the clerk whether the the office received responses in time from KIWASCO?
Chairman, I confirm that we did receive responses on time. Thank you.
May I further confirm from the Office of the Auditor General whether they got responses in time?
Chair, we received the responses on time on 10th March 2025.
May I give this opportunity to the auditor now to give us the auditor's opinion and what really informed such kind of decisions?
Thank you, Chair. This is the report of the Auditor General on Kisumu Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2024. And Chair, I draw your attention to the contents of the report of the Auditor General, which is in 3 parts: the report on financial statements, the report on lawfulness and effectiveness in use of public resources, and a report on effectiveness of internal controls, risk management, and governance. The 3 parts of the report are aimed at addressing the statutory laws and responsibilities of the Auditor General as provided by Article 229 of the Constitution, Public Finance Management Act 2012, and the Public Audit Act 2015. The 3 parts of the report, when read together, constitute the report of the Auditor General. The report on the financial statements was a qualified opinion, and the basis for the qualified opinion were as follows. 1, trade and other receivables. The statement of financial position, and as indicated in note 28A of the financial statements, reflect an amount of Kenya shillings 294,107,253 in respect of trade and other receivables, which includes Kenya shillings 137,575,618 or 47% relating to customers' debts which have remained uncorrected for a period of over 180 days. Management did not provide evidence on follow-up on the outstanding debtors, casting doubt on the ability of the company to recover all the outstanding debts. The recoverability of the long outstanding debts is therefore doubtful. Further, no provision for bad and doubtful debts were made in preparation of the financial statements. In the circumstances, the accuracy and recoverability of the Kenya shillings 107,575,618 reported as debts could not be confirmed.
We sat down as a committee and we agreed on some issues to be sorted out here. We have number 1, which is already read by the Auditor General. Just I'm giving a guidance on how we want to handle it. Now we also have number 2, that is on financial matters. Then now we will be talking about issues on unresolved prior year matters. Generally, we will be dealing with they will tell us something about non-revenue water and matters of ethnicity. I think that is what we have. Those are some of the issues we want to be handled. So we only have 2 questions. Though on unresolved prior year matters, we're talking about the matters of ethnicity, then we'll be talking about non-revenue water. I think that is what we have. I hope the House is clearly guided. So back to the accounting officers. Question 1, trade and other receivables.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chair. The company is making efforts. The company is making efforts to to collect the long outstanding debts, with the bulk of the debt balance coming from national government and county government institutions. Follow-ups are being made to collect this, while those not recoverable are handled on a case-by-case basis to ensure we only provide for specific bad and doubtful debts to reflect a more accurate position of the trade receivables. Sample follow-up letters are hereby attached for your confirmation. We did attach sample follow-up letters, and Chair, if you allow, I want just to give you the status of county accounts, what they owe us. The county hospitals owe us 93,450,000, and other related county accounts, including markets, owe us 64,410,000.
Okay. You said those are just attachments?
Yes.
Okay. Before you do that, may I give back to the auditor to respond from your answers? Okay.
Thank you, Chair. We verified the response he has given, and the issue is not addressed because in the response, they say some sample follow-up letters were hereby attached for your information. So we don't have those sample follow-up letters attached to the response, and also the follow-up in terms of case by case, how they are resolving the issue of trade receivables. Thank you, Chair.
You talk of attaching some supportive documents, but the auditor is not aware of such kind of, they were not provided with such kind of supportive documents you are talking about.
Thank you, Chair. We probably it's an oversight, but we have some of the sample letters that we can table if you allow.
What happened? What led to such kind of issue of oversight and such kind of things? Because I hope you had the exit meeting. What happened?
Yes, these are a response for the final audited accounts. And I think while giving the response, we purpose to provide the sample letters which we have, but I think it was an oversight when compiling the documents to submit the hard copies.
Who is doing such kind of paperwork in your office?
I take full responsibility, Chair.
You do everything in the office?
No, I don't do. I take full responsibility. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it is advisable now you table them. Now we give them to the auditor now, if you have them. I confirm receipt of some additional evidence concerning question 1 on financial matters, trade and other receivables, supportive documents which were not submitted to the auditor during the time of audit. So the same, but I can see that one is almost 5. This one is 4. Would I take this? That one is repeated. And I hand them over to the auditor for verifications. And please. And members, do you have anything to say?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair. I really would want to ask. The county seems to be owing so much to KIWASCO. And also, I think in matters of administration in this county, maybe you are also owed by the county. You also owe the county. So why don't we go the other way of swapping these debts? Because seemingly they are growing with the time, and I'm sure not in the soonest time they will be paid. So if there is a way, another shortcut of swapping the debts, that would be really ideal, Chair. Thank you.
Can respond to that?
Thank you, Chair. We used to do debt swap with the county previously until recently when the Department of Finance say that debt swap is against the PFM Act, and therefore they stopped the issues of debt swap. I also confirm, Chair, that yes, we owe the county, but at any given time what we owe is normally less than what the county owes us. I also confirm that what we owe the county, we endeavor to reduce that every month because we pay a minimum of 1 million to the county every month. So we expect that since debt swap is not going to happen, then we also expect the county to make good and pay for the water and sewerage services that we provide. Thank you, Chair.
Could you please confirm what is the implication on financial position of KIWASCO if this money is not done with according to time? What is owed to you by the county?
The implication, Chair, is that very soon we will be unable to provide services, those county-specific accounts, because the tariff that we apply is a cost recovery tariff. And if we have outstanding debts, then we are not able to recover our costs and we are not able to treat water. So we'll be able to probably treat low volumes of water, which will supply only to accounts that pay. Thank you, Chair.
And really, has it reached a situation where the county assembly can intervene?
Chair, yes, we are in that situation and we are requesting the county assembly to intervene.
Yeah, it's of concern, Chair, because you see, every department in this county, they vote for their own use of these services, their water, electricity. So I'm wondering very loud, these vote heads ought to have been utilized to pay the sewer and water services for the county facilities. So if this has not been going on for a while, and I just wonder, I hear about 64 million and the other 92 million. So this is around 100 and something million. So it has been accrued with time. So there is a problem, and I think this problem ought to be tackled really soon so that we don't go beyond what is there. It is really stretching KIWASCO because every department, you can't tell me that now even electricity they are not paying. They voted to pay all these utilities and in time. Every financial year we vote those monies to those accounts. To each department, especially health, all our facilities have that voted. When we scrutiny even Jaramogi, you get to know that they have such kind of money to pay these utilities. So I think it's upon us also to check, are they doing the right thing, or it's just allowed to accrue for time and time. It will be $1 billion soon. Thank you.
So we have agreed to intervene so far as a committee with our recommendations, and we are advantaged to have a chair implementation committee. We was just talked. Is also one. We'll make a proper follow up because we have valid reasons and concern on such matters, so that we support KIWASCO. There are reasons why we are doing this. You people and Jaramogi, we are very proud of you people. We need to support you. You have really brought a lot of challenges in terms of financial accountability and such kind of things. So we also need to help you. Thank you so much. So, yeah.
Chair, on that, I think they could give us a very detailed, because these facilities are ours. So there is no need of hiding anything. Let us have a very big, in terms of reporting, so that we know which facilities and which county government department owes what and how much, when, and just those details. Thank you.
Okay, that will help us a lot because we should be acting from informed decisions, which we can support. Do you have something to say?
Thank you, Chair. We'll provide an itemized detail of what the county accounts are of KIWASCO.
Thank you so much. Back to the letters, question 2.
Thank you, Chair. Long outstanding payables, the statement of financial position, and as disclosed in Note 40 to the financial statements, reflects trade and other payables. Current liabilities balance of Kenya shillings 211,010,640. However, an aging analysis of the payables revealed that the bills totaling to Kenya shillings 37,522,288 were more than 1 year old. Management did not explain why the pending amounts were not treated as first charge during the 2023-2024 financial year. This was contrary to the National Treasury Circular number 10/2020 dated 16 June 2020 on prioritization of pending bills. Further, Note 40 to the revised financial statements reflect a balance of Kenya shillings 54,172,464 in respect of accrued expenses and the current liabilities. However, this balance was revised from a figure of Kenya shillings 51,800,636 in the previous financial statement submitted for audit, resulting to a difference of Kenya shillings 2,371,828, which has not been supported by a journal. No prior adjustments have been made or disclosed in the financial statements. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the outstanding payables could not be confirmed.
Thank you, Chair. The company has a policy of paying for goods and services offered within the agreed timelines or as per the different contracts. The long outstanding payable of Kenya shillings 37,522,288, that is more than 1 year old, was as a result of accrued payments to the regulator, Water Services Regulatory Board, and Lake Victoria South Waterworks Development Agency during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, we have agreed on a repayment schedule which we are following here, the payables. As regards the 2.3 million, we have attached journal vouchers 8, 9, 10, and 11, which totals to the 2,371,828, which relate to disclosure of final dues accrued to staff who had separated with the company during the year. Thank you, Chair.
Back to the auditors.
Thank you, Chair. The payments schedule, the repayment schedule have not been provided for verification However, the explanation that they have agreed with those to be paid, and the general vouchers provided have been provided to support the 2.3 million. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, thank you. Chair, we did not attach the repayment agreement we have with the regulator, WASREP, and Lake Victoria South, but I confirm that it is there, and we are already reducing the debt for the two entities. As I said, this was a result of the COVID pandemic. During that period, we were unable to pay the regulators' levy and also the lease fees that we used to pay to Lake Victoria South. So that did accumulate to that level, but if you look at previous year balances, we have been reducing them agreed with the two entities.
There was a circular from the Treasury directing that the pending bills be first charged when you are doing your budget, and how comes now it was not a first charge? Why did you not list it as a first charge in your? Because we understand, yes, it was from COVID. That is fine, but why did you ignore the circular?
Well, the circular is implemented, but yes, it is a first charge, but based on what we've agreed with the two entities, which we stick to religiously on a monthly basis. We cannot pay the full amount at once, Chair.
So did you pay? Have you paid something?
Yes. Yes, we pay on a monthly basis. What we do is that we pay the current levy to the regulator, and on top of the current levy, we add an amount to clear the previous balance.
Reduce the whatever was there.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any member? Any member? So at the same time, we understand that is just right. But you see, at times, it would appear as if you are trying to ignore the circular in one way or the other. And that was the question from the auditor. So if there's any way you can present that you are doing it partly, but it appears as the first charge, so that it doesn't actually reflect that you ignore. Usually you are paying, but it is not a first charge in your list of budget. It's very clear. So if you can find a way to show, because it will always appear, once it is an audited issue this time, it will appear again when it is not sorted out. So we may not like to see it reappear again in another audited statement. Auditor, do you have something to say?
I think they provide us with the agreed repayment schedule in terms of the agreement with the agencies, so that we can knock off the balances. We see now what is remaining, that they can also support that this is case by case, that we are going to pay like in this formula as they have indicated. Thank you, Chair.
Correct that the audited entity provide such details required by the auditor, so that they can see how to sort it out.
Well guided, Chair.
Okay, thank you. We just said matters on, we said we are going to sort it out generally on matters concerning ethnicity. Maybe if you don't go through the auditor as a question, Why is this ethnicity issue bring a lot of problems each and every year, Bwana MD? And so far, what can you rate? How can you rate yourself? Where are you?
We are improving, Chair.
Okay, where are you? You are improving. Where are you?
Allow me to read the response. Yeah. This is majorly attributed to the fact that the key services like meter reading and plumbing works, which contribute over 50% of the headcount within the region, would require staff who are able to communicate to the customers in a language they understand clearly, which is the dominant community. Further, all additions to the staff headcount have purely been on merit after competitive recruitment process and not based on their ethnic or gender background. The company will, however, strive to achieve the ethnic and gender equation in future. Chair, you asked where we are. In terms of gender, we are 74-26, 24 male, 26 female. So we hope that progressively we'll achieve the 30% gender equity. So we are not doing very badly, Chair. Now, in terms of ethnicity, we know it's a law, but the dominant community in this region is the Luo, and majority of the people that we serve are also Luo. So some of them might not be well conversant with Swahili and English, and therefore the field staff are predominantly Luo. Any vacancies that we have and advertise, we normally don't discriminate. It's open to all people, gender, ethnic background, and we just pick the best here. So we hope that we are going to improve going forward.
So what is the percentage in terms of what was the other time? The other time you came here with them. So now we want to compare whether there's any kind of improvement. But before that, let me give Okumu.
Chair, on this issue of non-compliance with the law on ethnic and gender composition, I've always held a different view. And I think, like I usually say, that, audit reports help open our eyes on so many things and so many laws that we made, some that are working, some that need readjustment. And what we can do to help some of these institutions also achieve such kind of requirements. For so long that plumbing works was left for men, for so long. And if you were to recruit people, you'll find so many men applying than the ladies. And we have our vocational training centers. If you go and look at the number of students who are doing plumbing and compare the gender ratio, you'll still find that men are predominant. And this calls for all of us to see on the recruitment of as many girls as possible into this field, so that when KIWASCO, that is already established, and KIWASCO, that we intend to establish, will be looking for people to work with, then they have a pool of these other genders that they can always draw from. There on gender composition, I know the intention of the law was to give everyone an opportunity across this country when they apply for jobs. But if somebody doesn't apply for a job that was applied, and it's still expected that you employ somebody from a different ethnic tribe, sometimes I find it ironical. I don't know how we can petition so that even though we are encouraging the integratedness of the different tribes and the diversity, and appreciate the diversity in the tribes that we have in Kenya, we don't hold our institution responsible for employing other tribes that did not apply for positions that we advertised, neither did they merit. I think that calls for us and the Office of the Auditor General. I know they use the law that has been made, but they also have a duty to also give their inputs on what they find out when they are applying some of these laws. As implementers of this law, I think it's time for us to call for action so that we have laws that are very applicable in our situation. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, that is good. MD, what do you do in a situation where you have advertised for a post, probably a technical officer, and unfortunately you only find lawyers applying? How do you handle such kind of situations?
Thank you, Chair. We just proceed with the recruitment process and pick the best.
Do you need to inform the national government that now we only have the lawyers? Can we continue or not?
No, it's not a requirement, Chair.
So you are in a very funny situation. You will always answer these questions which probably are beyond your control.
Yes, Chair.
But the law will always stand. And I know the auditors will always say the law will always stand. What do you say, one audit?
Yeah, it's a tricky, balancing act. And if you follow the, maybe one, the county assembly can pick it up as a petition so that maybe the law can be reviewed in the National Assembly. The other one is, if you pick the example, the honorable member have given, like recruitment of clubbing workers, you find that if you can get data for all water companies across Kenya, then you analyze them in terms of tribe, you'll find these observations cannot come out because we are doing it globally in terms of across. But when you do it locally here, it's not complying. So I think that is, I would recommend maybe the county assembly to pick it up as a petition, review it in terms of local companies like KIWASCO, where the lower cadre forms the bigger population of the company. And then the statistic wise, when they are done, it doesn't come out in compliance with the law. So I think those are my observations. Thank you, Chair.
The law will always stand. The law of the land will always stand, although we have a lot of challenges we will have to go through. There are a lot of suggestions, just like the member of East Seme has just talked with a member, and now confirmed by the Auditor General. The law is there, it stands, but you know there are some dynamic that we cannot control. We might not control, we'll still have to evolve on matters like law and such kind of things to conform. So that is another issue. We are going to non-water. I said we are just talking generally. Yeah, we don't you don't need really to read, but you can read at the same time. You are allowed to do that. Non-revenue. What can you talk about that?
Yeah, thank you. When it comes to non-revenue, Chair, we face quite a number of challenges. One of them is vandalism and roadworks that are done by the county and the national government. During the period under review, we had the KISI project being undertaken, and there are lots of breakages of our water lines, and that led to huge amounts of water lost. The other challenge that we have here is the theft of water meters. This is also a challenge. It appears that the brass that is used in the water meters is attractive to thieves. During the period under review, we did enlist the services of the DCI to help us with that, and we have seen a reduction in the theft after that. The other one is challenges that we have with consumer compliance, especially when consumers do high-rise buildings and they install their own pumps. in our service lines. So this also causes meter errors. Actually, it makes our meters malfunction. On meter theft, Chair, we are now progressively using plastic meters. So any meter that we are replacing, new meters, we are buying plastic meters. The other reason for the high non-revenue water is the major burst and leaks. Part of our network is very old. Actually, these networks were done in the 1900s. They are GI pipes, galvanized iron pipes. And these pipes, with time, they corrode and they leak underground. So these are leakages that you can't see. Chair, we still have asbestos pipes in our network. These were done long time ago. So these are all pipes that are leaking and are also prone to bursts. And you know that we have bursts occasionally, area between our plant and State House, between our plant and Impala Park. These are very old lines. Yeah, but we are working with the Victoria Water and Sanitation Program to replace some of those lines. And also, we did receive some grant, conditional liquidity support grant from the World Bank through Water Sector Trust Fund. There's some of those lines. So progressively, we believe that these are going to reduce. Chair, we have formed a non-revenue water department. The non-revenue water manager reports directly to the MD. So this shows the seriousness that we have put into mitigating against these challenges that I have raised. In addition to that, we have non-revenue water management as a strategic priority with the budget line, our strategic plan. We have also developed policies that, together with strategies, we have now a new non-revenue water management policy. We have a new metering policy. We have a community-led initiative strategy to manage non-revenue water. The national government has also set up a water police unit. Chair, you must have seen their vehicle passing around. So this is also, we are working together with the police to use non-revenue water. The other thing we are doing to reduce commercial losses is digitization. We have digitized our meter process, data handling process. So there's no manual handling of data because data handling errors also is a cause for non-revenue water. So, Chair, I'd say that those are some of the measures we are taking to reduce non-revenue water, and we are seeing results. I believe when we'll be discussing the report, it will not be 37%, but it will have reduced. We are slowly moving towards the required 25%. Thank you, Chair.
What is the guideline for the regulator? What is the required percentage for you for?
Yeah, 25%. Yes.
Comes.
Yeah, it is. It runs. That's about slightly over 13 million a month that we are losing when we calculate when we convert that into money. So it's quite significant. And we are saying that if we reduce it by 2%, that's 2 million in our pockets that we use to extend our services. So it is in our interest to work very hard to ensure that we reduce that figure we move steadily towards the 25%.
But the last time you were 36 or 32? What happened?
Yeah, the last time we were at 35.
Yeah, you were doing, yes.
That is when we had now established the non-revenue water department. So we had a lot of changes in terms of challenges, in terms of establishing the units, getting right our data, getting the right staff, bringing in staff. So that has now stabilized, and we're now the department is now up and running.
Now we talk about plastic meters. Is it not going to be quite expensive for you now that when we talk about durability, maybe the cost is small, but will you not be changing this meters each and every time? Or what are the measures we are putting in place to safeguard this?
Yeah,
you know, people are mad. Some are just breaking meters for no reasons, and we understand what you are going through.
Yeah, the plastic meters have the same lifeline as the brass meters, 5 to 7 years. This is because the kind of plastic used is heavy and sturdy, so they actually have the same lifeline. Yeah, but we cannot. It's quite expensive to replace all meters, so we are doing it progressively.
Maybe if somebody has something to say, Honorable Kumi.
Chair, I'm suggesting that we need to, I don't know if digitize is the right word, but they need to have the GIS location of each and every meter. So that if the people who are stealing meters are within Kisumu and they move it from, let's say, Kenyari to Manyata, I think you have the meter serials that you will use into keying when you are installing those meters, so that you know this particular meter with this particular serial can only be found in Kenyari. So if somebody is installing it in Manyata, for example, then you will question how you got that meter to take it to Manyata, so that people stop stealing. But if the meter is being stolen and taken outside Kisumu, then it might be beyond our control. But for now, I believe the meters are being stolen and just rotating within Kisumu. They are moved from Mamboleo to Nyalenda, from Nyalenda to Obunga, and like that. I think, Chair, that can also help.
You have something to say, MD?
Yeah, we are exploring having a chip that can be tracked in the meters. We are still in discussions with suppliers to implement that. The meters stolen are actually taken to, in our view, they are taken to scrap metal dealers, not only in Kisumu, but outside Kisumu as well. So it is a challenge. It is a challenge. So, but we believe that if we have a tracking chip in the meters, then it will be easy to catch the thieves and also deter future theft of meters. Thank you.
I know we might believe that those meters are being taken for scrap, but I see the risk involved, especially in some of those meters they are taking, and the kilos that meter can generate, and I don't think that meter is taken for scrap. I don't believe that. Those meters are either reused, unless there is something very specific in that particular meter that they are looking for. If not, then those meters are not taken for scrap. Those meters are reused, and see, I just want you to accept that. They are reused, either within Kisumu or outside. The risk I see people get involved in stealing meters, for example, in Kenyari, jumping into compounds where there are people and there's watchmen and there are dogs, just to steal a meter to go and sell, because I don't think that meter is more than 5 kilograms. And at the rate of, I don't know, 20 bob. 20 times 5 kg, 100 bob. Nobody can take that risk just to get 100 bob out of that meter. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Yes. Thank you, Chair. Chair, I just want to know from the MD, are these meters serialized? If they are serialized, is there any technique or modality that we can use to know each and every meter that you have, so that wherever you are going to take meter readings, you are able to know that this meter was in point A, But now that it has been moved to point B, there could be some reasons why. So that this meter theft can be a thing of the past. It is common, like the area where I represent, it is too much. Thank you.
You can respond to that.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I want to confirm that our meters are geo-referenced, so we know the their location, and from the system you can. And actually, if a meter reader can only read that meter while at that location. Okay, and the meters are serialized, and they are branded KIWASCO. So a serial number is attached to an account number. You cannot take a meter from one location and go and use it the other location. The system will definitely flag it out, because during reading, we capture both the meter number, the location, and the meter reading. As I said, it is digitized. So it is there a paradox even for us, because what is making these meters attractive to thieves? What is making these meters so valuable to the extent that a thief can go to very great lengths just to steal the meter? For us, still a paradox.
Honorable James.
Chair, I also believe what he is saying, that is the ideal situation. But looking at the rate at which these meters are getting lost, it can't be only the scrap metal way, because the weight of that metal is so little that it takes that risk of getting it and to go and sell it for scrap metal as really is weird. But don't you think, MD, Chair, that your staff maybe is involved in this? Because I can't believe that a meter in Nyawita can just get lost and be established in, let's say, Nyalenda. Because these things have serial, and there is no meter which has no serial. And you have also geo-mapped them, as you say, that if I'm a client in Nyalenda, it is mapped to my plot, to my account number, I pay as such. So it cannot be removed and taken to Kenyari and be mapped there. And again, the guy now goes as usual, pay the bill via the meter that has been installed. So just think out of the box. This can be a syndicate with the employees within your system, because if systems were go and ideal, the situation will not arise. And the kind of rampantness from how it comes out should have not arisen, because nobody will take a meter which is not going to be used anywhere. For example, Kenya Power, when you steal their meter and it's registered in my name, just go and report. Wherever it is, it will be destabilized. It will not work for you. So let us know what is going on, and then you will come up with the answers. But there is something which is more than the scrap metal. This theory of scrap metal is not adding up in terms of value that they get after stealing. Thank you.
Submission again. So, MD, it is just a food for the thought. You will have to go deeper and probably understand what is going on. There must be something quite funny. And maybe it is an inside job. If not inside, these things are taken somewhere which is not within our country. So that is right. Do we have, I think we are done with KIWASCO today. We only need a parting shot from you, members of the County Assembly. Honorable Matara.
Thank you so much, Chair, and also thank you to the department, the KIWASCO guys, and also to the honorable members who are here today. We just want to say that we're so grateful for you coming here and also to enlighten us on some things which, as we don't know, and maybe also that maybe can have a solution to it. Maybe as you're talking about issues of the department. I'm also thinking that we should itemize it so that we can know. So even if you are calling the department, just don't call everyone, but you know the particular department you're calling. Thank you so much.
Honorable Kumu.
Chair, allow me to appreciate the Office of the Auditor for always helping us in our oversight role, including oversighting KIWASCO. But let me appreciate KIWASCO. Most of the time, the reports that we go through in this assembly are qualified. It means they're giving their best. But we want them to be the best of the best. And that's why even the slightest question that we see, we put you to task so that you become one of the best, if not in Kenya, maybe in Africa. Thank you, Chair. We hope to work with you to improve services to the people of Kisumu.
So much, Honorable James Omolo.
Thank you, the auditors. I want to thank you so much. You are here earlier even than me. I think that is really dedication to service to the nation, and I really want to thank you. To KIWASCO, I want to thank you so much. Chair, I think for the period we've been here and scrutinizing the audit report from KIWASCO, it has been very consistent. And I think we really want to applaud you to be that consistent, because service provision to these people of Kisumu is what really matters to us. As we are servicemen to the people, and when you service them with the utility, we feel happy. And the consistency you've shown in terms of prudence use of finances and also collections, by last year you crossed $1 billion, and we hope you will just carry on so that it is not a zigzag, you go up and down. You've been very okay in doing that. I really want to say that this matter of meter, please take it out of the box from the theory you have, because this theory of scrap metal, I think, is not adding up. Let us get the real truth about it so that it is really capped, and that really will reduce the non-revenue water menace that you have at 30-something% instead of 25%. Yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honorable James Were.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, just allow me also to take this opportunity to thank the team from the Office of Auditor General for having the opportunity to create time for all our audits each and every time. Chair, I also want to congratulate our management team from the KIWASCO. They've proved that they can adjust. We just want to encourage you. Please continue pulling up your socks so that you can be where you are. At least you are trying, but we believe you can do better than that. And on matters pertaining meters, please, create a team within your office who can do monitoring. It could prove to be a syndicate within your department. There could be some people who are sabotaging, having these meters, disabling maybe the location. Since maybe if they're the ones that are involved in maybe selling those meters to new people who are building new facilities, then you can take action and correct that thing altogether, so that our customers can be safe. They can feel that if you provide them with meters, those meters can be there to serve them. And also take some adjustment and put a lot of pressure on these master operators. Our people are still crying, and as a people who are representing the people in the slum, I'm equally concerned each and every time I say thank you.
Parts of the county assembly. We formed the quorum which is required by law. Now that allowed us to, and for keeping time. To the Office of the Auditor General, we don't have problems with you people. We are not like national people where you have problems. We only have a problem with the COB, but not the Office of the Auditor General. I can remember you also audit the county assembly, and we have had our report here. It is qualified. So we believe we are also your client. in one way or the other. And we are also happy with the KIWASCO. At least we have some entity within Kisumu which we can forward for any competition within Kenya, if there is any competition on water bodies. We are proud of you. We are also proud of Jaramogi. These are entities which are conforming to the financial standard required. Despite the fact that you have never gone to an unqualified opinion, but really you have maintained the pace. And each and every time you find you are employing new ways of improving the services within the system. And we are proud of that. Thank you very much. We appreciate you a lot. And you can see how we are ready to help you, especially on your money which is owed by some other bodies. So we'll still work together as a county. It is not only for KIWASCO, but it is for the county. It is for the citizen of the people. Citizen, I mean. So even though the Office of Auditor General is working hard to see that the citizen get the best services so far. That is why you are also here. That is why we are also here. So the end result is the people. Thank you for doing what we are doing. Continue doing the best which is required of you. We are done. And I'm going to close with a word of prayer. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the officers of leaders and the county assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people. We beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this country. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall command our deliberations in so a just and a faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, to advance the peace and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Our meeting stands adjourned. Thank you.